Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'd like to do a Chanel handbag collection today. And the reason why I thought of doing it now is because I'm going to be downsizing my collection, really trying to fine-tune it and curate a well-rounded selection. So I thought this would be a good time to do a video prior to me getting rid of some of these bags. This is not going to be a review, but what I'd like to do is perhaps say what I like maybe about a bag, or something that I don't care for too much, or maybe a fun fact about a bag. So basically, I'm going to be putting the bags in one of three categories: either keep, or a bag that's going to be going, or a bag that I'm undecided about. So let's get started. Alrighty, so I'm going to be moving along pretty quickly. I don't want this to be a very lengthy video. So here is our first bag, and I have some notes here, so I'm just going to be glancing down if I forget the year or something of the bag. So if you see me glancing down, I'm just looking at some notes here. This is our first bag. This is a vintage Chanel classic. It's a double flap and it's in small. And basically this bag is too small for my frame. I think so, actually. So this one's going to be going. This is a navy, actually. I know it may look black, but this is a navy bag. And a couple of fun facts about this bag. It's got the Bergdorf Goodman stamp here, that the department store tag. It has a screwless closure. So I remember initially when I was researching and getting into Chanel bags, I remember a video on how to spot a fake, and it was talking about the difference in the screws. And when I saw that this one didn't have a screw, it was kind of a little red flag for me, but it's very authentic. This one didn't have a date code or a serial number, so I think this one was pre-date code. This is definitely an 80s bag. It's a cute bag, but I'm just not really reaching for it much. So this one's going. That's our first bag. Next, we have this bag. This is a Chanel Kelly flat bag, and this is from 2006. I love this bag. I love everything about this bag. I'm a top handle girl at heart, so I love the top handle. And if you know me, you've been watching a few of my videos, you know how much I love a back pocket. So this is so me. At first, I was a little disappointed in this bag because it's in caviar leather. And in the beginning, I was a lambskin girl at heart, or so I thought. But now I'm an equal opportunity lover. I can appreciate both caviar and lambskin. And fun fact about this bag, she's got feet. Need I say more? So this is a keeper. Our next bag is a Chanel double flap jumbo. This bag is from 2011, and this bag is actually in impeccable condition. I bought this from Fashion File about 3 years ago. It was listed in excellent condition. It's the full set. I have the full set of this bag. So I've had it for about 3 years, and I have never worn it. Recently I did a shoot where I included a lot of my bags, and the tags were sticking off, a couple of them, and I removed it just so I could take some better pictures of the bag. But I have never worn this bag, and because of that, this one's gonna be going. And it's going because, this is why it's going. It's going because of this beauty. So I want you to look at these two bags. This bag's from 2011. And this bag is from 1991 to 1994. Now, if this doesn't explain why I love vintage, then I don't know what will. I love the lambskin, I love the turn lock, I love the chunky chains, I love that it's in 24 karat gold plating. It's a single flap, which makes it a lot roomier than the double flap. So this one's going, this one's a keeper. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. Okay, let's move on to our next bag, or our next two bags. These are the twins. These are Chanel box bags, and these bags are, this one of course is in lambskin, and this one's in patent leather. This one's losing a bit of its color. You might be able to see that on camera, but these are just darling. They're very cute and adorable. I see them and I just want to call somebody and say, would you like to get some coffee? Even though I'm not a coffee drinker, let's grab some dessert or dinner or drinks. They look small, they look tiny, but actually that's a little deceiving. It opens to just one interior, one big interior. So they're pretty roomy. They fit all my essentials, and these are definite keepers. One thing I want to say about this patent leather bag, I'm not a big fan of patent leather. I don't know if it's because this one is quilted, but it's very soft and smooth. It's not sticky at all or tacky as some Chanel bags can be. The patent leather bags, some of them could be a little tacky to touch, but this one's very smooth. So I'm liking this one very, very much. All right, so these are keepers. So let's move on to our next one. Our next bag is this Chanel. This is a patent bag, a patent leather bag. And this is from 1996 to 1997. The chain on this bag, the chain alone, I think is worth the price of this bag. I look at this chain and it reminds me of Run DMC. I don't know why. It's the gold chain, how shiny it is, how chunky it is, and that's what I think of when I see this bag. This one's going. This one, as you can see, has some marks and scratches on it. It's a bit of a delicate bag. You have to be careful, for instance, with this chain on the patent leather. It can cause little dents in the bag. So I keep this wrapped. Actually, I keep the chain protected so that it doesn't rest on the bag and leave marks and imprints. So this one requires a little bit more care than I'm willing to give it. So this one's going. Next, we have my last patent leather bag. This is the Chanel patent calfskin, and it has the bijoux chain here, which is a nice detail. It's different. This bag kind of jumped out at me because of the color. I was looking at my collection and noticed that it was predominantly black. I had a blue, maybe a brown, but they were all dark colors, and I said I need some color, and this one jumped out at me. Something that's different about this one, I think this is the only Chanel bag I have that has the reissue lock. So that's a little bit different. This bag, I'm undecided about it. I like the color, but I don't know that I should keep a bag solely for its color. But it's not a bad looking bag. So I'm thinking about this one. Should I keep it or should I sell it? This is an undecided. All right, let's move along. So moving right along, my next bag is this vanity case. This is a Chanel vanity case, and this one is from 1989 to 1991. It's very cute and adorable, and so that's why I got it. The problem is I haven't used it. So I thought about using this as a cosmetic case, and then I decided against that. I've seen it worn. A lot of women are wearing this now with wearing it crossbody, and they've attached like a gold chain strap to this, and they're wearing it crossbody. This just opens, this bag opens like this. Sorry, I still have this stuff, but I think it's I haven't tried it, but I just think it's going to be a little problematic for me carrying it as a crossbody and using it as a purse. So although I think this is adorable, I don't know that I'm going to be using it, and I don't know that I should have a bag just to have it. So this one I think is going to be going. On to our next bag. Here's my next bag. This is a vintage Chanel camera case, a camera tassel case. I love the size of this bag. It definitely fits a phone. It can be carried crossbody as a shoulder bag, so it's very versatile. Or the way I like to use it is to stick the chain inside and carry it just like this as a little clutch. And I love this little tassel detail. This makes the bag right here. So this one's a keeper. I've made an entire video on this tassel camera bag. If you'd like to look at that later, feel free to do that. On to our next bag. This bag, this is the Chanel Jumbo Kelly flap. This is the Chanel bag that I saw and said, this is it. This is the one that made me do a double take. This is so me. Just like the bag we looked at earlier, the Caviar Kelly. This is also a Kelly. This is a little bit bigger. This bag is in lambskin, and this is what I thought I wanted, but I want to tell you that not all lambskin is created equal. So you might be able to see, I can kind of see it on the camera here, but right up here, that kind of wilting, bruising, looks like some bruising is how I would describe it, like if your skin were bruised. So that's what this bag looks like to me. It's a little bit wrinkled bag, so I know what I'm looking for, and more than likely this one's gonna be going. And I'm either gonna get a Caviar. I'd really like to get Lambskin, but this bag is going, but it's not going because of the style, because I love the style. It's going because of the calfskin. I'm not pleased. You could see a little bit more of it here. It's kind of like the heat or something got to it and it shriveled a little bit. This wilting. I don't mind that a bag is not as puffy, but as long as it's looking uniformed all over. And this one, it's just not doing it for me right now. So this one's gonna be going, but more than likely I'm gonna be replacing this for the exact same style in a lambskin that I like, or in Caviar. All right, okay, on to our next bag. Our next bag is also a Kelly bag. This is her right here. This is a vintage Kelly. Some people call this a Kelly Diana bag, and I think it's because of the trim on the sides here. So this one's a little boxier. It's more rectangular. And huge back pocket here, which I love. This is in Caviar. This is a good work bag for conferences. It fits a lot. It's very hard wearing because it's in Caviar. It's practical. This looks to me like you mean business, you're serious, you're prepared to get some work done. And it reminds me a little bit of the surf tote. What do you think? The Chanel surf tote. So this is definitely a keeper. I love this one. Okay. Next is this Chanel bag. This is the Chanel Kanbon Cotton Club tote bag. This is from 2006 to 2008. This one recently came back from Leather Surgeons. It has a huge back pocket here. I sent it off to Leather Surgeons because it was missing the leather in the chain, and so they replaced the leather here, the leather that's interlaced with the chain. But this is a great bag. I've used this bag mostly during the pandemic for my work bag, as an everyday bag. It carries quite a bit. It's very hard wearing. It's in this crinkled calfskin type of material, so it's very forgiving. This bag, although it's been a wonderful bag, it's gonna be going. And it's going because I have my eye on the GST. The GST in either black or Caviar. I've never owned one, but I've seen it, and I think that's the bag that's gonna replace my tote bags, including this one. And this one's got feet also. But I want to give the GST a try. I feel like I can always get this bag again if needed, but I'd like to try the GST. From what I've seen of the pictures and all the research I've done, I think I'd really like to try it. This one kind of, to me, is a little bit edgy with the zipper here. It kind of reminds me of like a leather moto jacket, like a biker jacket. So this one to me has a little, although it's a tote, it has a little edge to it. Okay, alrighty. So good bag, but I'm thinking of a grand shopping tote. So this one's gonna be going. All right, on to our next bag. Our next bag is this beauty. I have dedicated an entire video to this bag. I love this bag so very, very much. This bag is from 1991 to 1994. It's a Chanel briefcase. It's in Caviar. And check out this back pocket. This is probably the biggest back pocket ever. Love, 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 love everything about this bag. This is a forever bag and a definite keeper. If you want to learn more about this bag, I have a video on it. Check that out. Oh, I love it. All right, on to the next. Our next two bags are Chanel doctor bags. Here it is. This is one. This is called a Chanel Ligne doctor bag. I have it in this color and in this color. I love the idea of a doctor bag. I love these rolled top handles. It's in this distressed caviar leather. Looks a little weather beaten. And this is the other one. So no sense in keeping two. I'm just gonna be keeping one. And I think I prefer this color to this color. Now that I'm looking at them on camera, this one looks pretty good, but I think this is the one. This one wins out by a little bit, okay? So these are the doctor bags, and I'm only gonna be keeping one of those. Alrighty, let's move right along. We're moving along pretty quickly. Alrighty, next we're gonna look at some backpacks. Right, so next we have a few backpacks. So let's look at bag number 17. We're up to 17 bags. This is a Chanel vintage backpack. It's in Caviar. This is from 1996 to 1997. This one also recently came back from leather surgeons. I have a video also on this bag, the unboxing and what they did. I sent it off for spa service. It's been touched up very nicely. This CC turn lock has been replaced. They did a really good job on this bag. This bag I bought again when I was in that phase of trying to find some color. So this is how this came about. I'm warming up to it now that it's come back from the spa. I like the pop of color. However, again, this is one of a few handbags, and so I need to make a decision. So let's look at bag number 18, which is this Chanel lambskin bag. So it's got the CC here. It's a little mini backpack. It's got silver hardware. It is the softest most supple lambskin you will ever feel. I wish you could feel it. It feels just wonderful. I'm getting a lot of use out of this bag because I've been trying to be a little bit more active. I'm walking a couple of times a week, 2 to 3 times per week, and this is the bag I carry when I go walking. So this fits my phone, a bottle of water, my keys, my small wallet, and I just throw this on my back and get to walking. So this has been a good bag lately. It's understated. It's not screaming Chanel, so I like it for that purpose. So I may keep this one because I'm finding a lot of use for it lately. The one drawback with this bag, the one con, is that this bag opens to an interior that looks like this. It has several compartments, and then the inner compartment has 2 zippers on each side. But this bag doesn't have a drawstring, and what's happened to me before when I've worn it, I thought I had closed this snap closure and I didn't. I was in the restroom and I put this on the back of the door and all the contents of this bag spilled out. So I think that's the one thing that's missing. Or if it had like a zipper on the outside to secure these 3 compartments. So that's the only con. But other than that, it's an excellent little bag. And it's not very big, but it could definitely fit all your essentials. So that's bag number 18. Now let's see our last backpack. This is my newest Chanel purchase. How cute is this little backpack? This is the Chanel Duma backpack. It's vintage. It's from 1994 to 1996. Chunky chain, beautiful red Chanel backpack. I've also just done an unboxing video on this, so if you want to learn some more, please see that video. It's a bit faded, and I'm contemplating whether to send it off now to leather surgeons or to send it off later. It doesn't bother me too much that the color is fading here. This is probably more representative of what the true color looks like, and also you can see it on the back of the bag right here. This is a lot deeper red and richer, and also on the inner flap of the bag, I'll show you. Right here. So you see I think that's the true color. But it's a beautiful bag. This is the bag that serious Chanel collectors talk about. I resisted it for just that reason in the beginning, because I was like, everybody has this backpack. I want something a little different. And that's why I got the other 2. But I've been convinced that I need one. Now that I'm seeing it and feeling how soft this lambskin leather is. And here is the kicker. This one has a drawstring. And as I mentioned, I think it's what the other bag is missing. So this one will really secure your contents. This drawstring right here, that's a big plus. And this double turn lock. This is a beautiful, beautiful bag. I am falling for this one more and more every day. This is going to be a keeper for now. I think in the future, this bag is an expensive bag. I won't say that it's a forever bag. I think in the future, if I'm offered a good price for this bag, I'll consider parting with it. I think so. And I think it's because it's red. And I think I'll wear it every now and then for the pop of color. But at heart, I'm not really a red person. I'm not a red girl. And I get a little shy when I wear red because I feel it's a little bit bold. Alrighty, but this is a keeper. So that's the last of our backpacks. Our next bag, we're on to bag number 20. Almost there. We're almost there. Hang in there. So here is number 20. This is another tote bag. This is the Chanel Timeless Tote. It's vintage. I'm not sure what year this bag is. It has a vintage, it has a serial number, but it's illegible. I can't read it, so I'm not exactly sure when this bag is. I would guess early to mid 90s would be my guess. So it's a very roomy bag. It's just open. It just opens to a huge interior, and it's got a big zipper on one side. But this is the bag. It's a nice shopper. It's a little bit more casual, I think, as far as totes go. This one is gonna be going, and it's going only because I'm considering a GST. And again, I don't think I should have several totes. I don't think it's necessary at all. Alrighty, but I think this is a good bag. And I love these chunky straps. Now this one is the strap on this, the chain, it's chunky, but it's not as substantial as the chain, for instance, on the Duma backpack. It's a different metal. But this also makes this bag. I think it's a nice detail. Alrighty, this one's going. Bag number 21 is another tote bag. And I think you guessed it. I purchased this bag for the color. For the color, and it's a bit unique. I hadn't seen one like it. Since I've bought it, I've seen a few now online. But it's in caviar leather. It's got the embossed CC here on one side. The other side is just plain. So if you'd want, it's a very subtle bag. I like the detail on the chain. This is a tortoise shell. Now that's a little unique. And I think this mustard caviar leather is also really nice. But again, I don't think I need 4 tote bags, so this one's going. And I've got my eye out for that GST, black or beige. All right. Bag number 22. Where are you? Bag number 22 is this little beauty. Look at this gorgeous bag. This is a Chanel vintage camera tassel bag. Such a cute bag. It's from 1986 to 1988. It's just a doll. This bag I think is a true collector's piece. This is the red I think the Duma backpack should be. This is probably the red. This one's not faded at all. It's in excellent condition. this is going to be going. This is going to be going because I feel this bag deserves a really good home. Someone that's going to care for it, and someone that will showcase it and really take care of it. So she needs a good home. But it's a darling little bag. Just adorable. I also have a video on this bag, so if you want to know a little bit more, please check that out. And we're down to our last 2 bags. Can you believe it? We made it. So next, bag number 23. This is a Chanel diagonal flat bag. This is in lambskin leather, and just like that brown lambskin backpack, I wish you could feel this bag. It is so soft and smooth, and it's the most supple leather bag you'll ever feel. I think your hand won't want to leave contact with this bag if you're carrying it. You just want to touch it. It's a very versatile bag. It can be worn like this, I think, as a clutch. So just push the shoulder strap on the inside. But it could definitely be worn as a crossbody or as a shoulder bag. Here she is. I wish I could just keep it for the texture, but I don't know that I would be wearing this bag a lot. So this one's gonna be, I'm undecided. It's a classic. I think this is from 1986 to 1988. And it's a cute bag. I think I would probably carry this bag mostly as a clutch. So I'd probably wear it just like this or like this. Feels wonderful. All right, and our last bag. We're down to our last bag. This is a Chanel Tortoise handle. It's in lambskin. It's called a Tortoise bar handle. And then it's got this Chanel detail here. It's got a big back pocket. Not to sound like a broken record, but a big back pocket is a good thing. It's lined in leather on the inside, and it feels phenomenal. This is a keeper. I like that this is very unique. I like the top handles, and I just haven't seen, have I seen another one? I don't think I've seen another bag like this. So I like the fact that it's unique, and it's a gorgeous caramel beigey color. So there you have it. Thanks for looking at my handbag collection. I have a couple more bags. So if you've seen some of my videos, there is a pink, like a baby pink, light pink Chanel Diana bag. I have a beige bag, a beige classic flat bag that has a reissue chain. Both of those bags are at the spa. I sent them to leather surgeons for a spa service. So those bags, I think I've done videos on both those bags also, but I'm not going to be keeping those bags. I've already kind of looked at them. They're beautiful, but they're not me. So those are going to be going. And so I didn't include those. But if you'd like to see those bags, or you're wondering where those bags are, they're at the spa. But if I did have them to show you today, they would be in the going lot of bags. So we've looked at 24 bags today, and I wrote this down. We looked at 24 bags. 4 of those bags were undecided. 10 of those bags were keepers. In 10 of those bags, I'm gonna be putting up for sale. So 10 bags keeping, 10 bags going off, and 4 bags I'm still undecided about. If you have any comments at all on any of the bags, feel free to leave a comment below. Before I sell a couple of those bags, I think it's worth doing a review. So you might see a review on a couple of those bags. Something that I really liked in the beginning when I was starting my collection was looking at YouTube videos, and there were videos that helped me a lot. There were videos from Have Louis Will Travel. I think she's now called a little bit Laura, and seeing her videos really helped me in deciding whether or not I wanted a bag. So I think YouTube videos are so helpful in purchasing pre-loved bags, seeing how bags have done over time. And there are some YouTubers that will do, say, a year, review a bag a year later or 5 years later. Those reviews are so very helpful, and so much more helpful than reviews you find when you purchase a new bag, because most of those reviews are going to be from people who are reviewing the bags when they just receive the bags. So it's helpful to have a review that's a year later, 6 months later, 2 years later. And so I'm going to be doing a review on a few bags because I feel like if it can help someone, they've helped me. And so I'd like to be able to do that for someone else. And before I sell them or part with them, I'm going to consider doing some more videos for you. Alrighty, so let me know if there's any that you saw today that you'd like a little bit more information on, and I'm happy to do a review in the future for you. Thanks again so much for watching. Thanks for your comments. Keep them coming. And thanks for subscribing to my videos. This one was actually a request from one of my subscribers, Shondale71. So this one's for you, Shondale. Thanks for commenting and for your support and for pushing me to get this video out. I told you it was coming in 2 weeks, and I think it's been about 2.5 weeks, but I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Until next time. Bye-bye.